My name is Kelsey Ashmore and I am a therapist. I do therapy with kids who are in foster care and also with adults who've aged out of foster care. What I wish I would have known before I started working with foster youth is foster youth are people who are in really difficult situations, but they're also still kids. So they deserve to do the things that kids get to do. They deserve to make the mistakes that kids get to make. And I wish that I would have known that before I started working with foster youth, because I think initially I saw them probably as different than kids who weren't in foster care. But really, like I said, they're kids who are growing up to be adults, just like kids who aren't in foster care, and they deserve to have those opportunities. A mistake that I made when working with foster youth was assuming that I knew what they were going through. I'm a person who was never in foster care, who came from a two-parent home. I have no idea what it's like to be a foster kid. I have no idea what it's like to age out of foster care. I also have, even as a parent, I have no idea what it's like to be a foster parent. So I think the most important thing that professionals can do to try and avoid this mistake is to listen to the foster kids and to the foster parents and try and understand their stories rather than just assuming that you know what they are. If I could give my younger self some advice about working with foster youth, I think it would be, it's not always going to be easy. There are going to be some really, really hard times and some really, really sad situations. But kids are so resilient. There are also going to be some really amazing stories and really, really beautiful things that you'll be able to see happen. A valuable lesson I learned from a youth in care was actually from an adult that I worked with who had been a youth in care, who had been in something like 13 foster homes in 6 years, had a really tough upbringing. She was talking to me about someone that she wanted to introduce to her kids, and I was honest with her and told her that I didn't think that it was a good idea at that time. It wasn't something that was completely wrong that she was doing. It was just something that I think most parents would see as something disagreeable. And she told me she appreciated my honesty. And she said, I need your help with these kind of things because I didn't learn all of these things growing up.